All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Pistons, they're back. They are completely back, and I have a hot take for you guys. The Detroit Pistons will make the playoffs this upcoming season. They have their franchise guy. They have the complementary pieces. Now they have an assorted mix. It's like an edible arrangement, but of veteran pieces. I'll have Alec Burks today. Okay, I'll have Nerlens Noel tomorrow. The Detroit Pistons are back, baby. So welcome back to the channel, man. We're talking the Detroit Pistons here today, and I love talking about the Detroit Pistons. Any Pistons video I make, I love to flex the fact that I used to live just outside of Detroit in Northville, and I am from Chicago, and I'm a diehard Chicago sports fan, but I have this nice little, get the fuck out of here. I have this nice little, it's just like this nostalgic feeling. I was a child, I was young, and there's just something about Detroit, man. I love visiting the city. I love watching their sports teams because they get into it a lot, and it is awesome. So the reason I'm making this video here is my boy Ciro and I were discussing this. We were, debating it a little bit on the podcast, the NBA show, Daily Live NBA show. Check it out, link down below. We're live every single day, and I just have a feeling the Pistons are going to be one of the more underrated teams in this season. And I will give credit where it's due. Ciro believes the same thing, but I think they're going to hold on to their vets. Now, this video isn't about their veterans, but, from that trade, you got Alec Burks, you got Nerlens Noel. 100% in my eyes, Kemba Walker will be bought out, but I'm imagining they're still trying. Troy Weaver likes to hook his guys up, right? If Kemba doesn't have a team that's ready to sign for him, they're going to take the wait-and-see approach. But what is the most important piece? What's the most important part when you're rebuilding a team? Well, there's actually a lot of things that go into it. But roster-wise, what's the number one? Well, I'll answer it for you. It's finding a franchise guy. And if you guys will watch this channel at any point in your life, a Pistons video, and I've talked about Cade Cunningham. You know my stance on Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, at his worst, will be a 17-7-7 basketball player for his entire career. I think Cade will average 17-7-7. Well, let me riddle you this. What did Cade average last season? It's a good question. I'm glad you asked. He averaged 17-6-6 in his rookie season. So, for me, you found your franchise piece. I love Cade Cunningham. I think he's one hell of a human being, and I think that's extremely important. He's got a great work ethic, and he knows what he's got to do. Well, all right, you have Cade Cunningham. So now it's time to fill in the holes. It's time to fill in the holes. And the reason that I was bringing up our debate was I think Detroit's going for the playoffs. I think that they're done rebuilding. Because you have your guy in Cade Cunningham, but then you have your other guys in Jaden Ivey, Saddiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Marvin Bagley. I can name a couple more, but those are the main right there. And so I think that they have these vets on the roster to win more basketball games. So I think the Detroit Pistons are going to surprise a lot of people. If there was a most improved award for teams, I think it would be the Detroit Pistons. And I do have to say, first off, we're 4 minutes in the video. So second off, Troy Weaver is an absolute beast. All right? Troy Weaver is cool. He's calm. And how do you mess that up? How did I possibly mess that up? He's cool, he's calm, and he's calculated. All right? He's competent at what he does, and he has a plan, and he's sticking with his plan, and now you're starting to see it. Pistons fans have been starting to see this the day Troy Weaver was named the general manager of the Detroit Pistons. So I don't want to talk too much about lineups here because I'm on Real GM here, and they have the starting lineup at Alec Burks, Cade Cunningham, Saddiq Bey, Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart. I got to scroll all the way down to find Jaden Ivey, so that's not updated. Now, talking about Jaden Ivey, they also finessed Jalen Duren in the draft. You kind of essentially traded Jerami Grant, who is one great basketball player. He's phenomenal. 20-point-per-game guy. He can get you rebounds. He can get you assists. He's not a first or second option on a championship team. I think he could be the third, but realistically, I think more of a fourth option, or like a really consistent fourth option. If your fourth option is Jerami Grant, you're looking really nice. But he's on the last year of his contract. All right, and what would Jerami Grant have wanted, deservingly, rightfully so, at the end of this season? I'm not talking about Texas A&M football here. We're talking about money. He would have wanted money, as he should want money. Well, to me, Detroit, what they're going to do is they're going to make probably the play-in tournament, just because, first off, they're still an extremely young basketball team. Extremely young basketball team. And you're going to have your low points. You're also going to have your high points. But I think what Detroit's looking for this season is consistency and the continual player development. And that's two things that you're going to get. The consistency is probably going to be a little less consistent than what you're looking for, but this was a rebuilding team the last couple of seasons. So I think that they're fully past that right now. And your starting lineup is literally Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Marvin Bagley, and Isaiah Stewart. And then you have guys like Alec Burks, Corey Joseph, Killian Hayes. Let's just name the whole roster. Diallo, Magruder, Isaiah Livers, who is an absolute beast that like almost nobody knows except for Detroit Pistons fans. Nerlens Noel, and my man Kelly Olynyk. So I do cover the Houston Rockets, which is why a lot of you Pistons fans watch this channel. I guess that's not why, but Pistons, if you're a consistent Pistons fan on this channel, you know I like the Houston Rockets. I cover the Houston Rockets. Kelly Olynyk, first off, he was dropping like 20 for us. He was injured at various points last season, but he is one hell of a depth veteran piece to have. So you're well coached, you're well managed, and you have players who are continuing to get better. And then what they also have are these like kind of lower risk, high reward players. And when I say that, I'm talking guys like Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is like several years younger than me. Can we just get a quick age check? I don't want to mess that one up. He's 21 years old. That's right. His birthday is the day after mine. He's 21 years old. Now, I know his career hasn't necessarily gone the way everybody has wanted it to, but he tore his hip. Now, I've never torn my hip before, but I would imagine if you tear your hip in your rookie season, it's going to take some time to get acclimated, to get healthy, the whole kit and caboodle. So, Killian Hayes, I'm not saying breakout season, 6th Man of the Year award, but I think Killian Hayes will demonstrate exactly why he was drafted at number 7 a couple of years ago this upcoming season, as long as he can just simply stay healthy. I can't wait to watch every single basketball player. Even guys like Kevin Knox, they're just enticing to me. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the Detroit Pistons down below. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys want more Pistons comments, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop those comments down below. Peace.